Hey, what's going on? Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about another offensive lineman signing from Joe Douglas. But before we get started, just wanted to mention that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff. And of course, new episode of Just Jets drops tomorrow morning, so make sure to call in, get those questions in, leave me a voicemail. I'll try to answer any and all questions on this upcoming show. Make sure to subscribe. You can get it here or wherever you listen to your podcast. So Greg Van Roten is a 30-year-old guard from the Carolina Panthers. He is the 23rd ranked guard by Pro Football Focus with a 65.6 grade, and the New York Jets signed him to a 3-year deal, and he is essentially a plug-and-play starting guard for your New York Jets. There was a rumor that in his 5 years of starting, he had just one penalty. That is untrue, but over the last 3 years he has 4 penalties, which really isn't all that much, and the New York Jets have put a big time focus on guys who are just not getting penalized. McGovern's one of those guys, now Van Roten is one of those guys, and so on and so forth. As you go down the list of guys the New York Jets are looking at, they are going for athleticism, aka George Fant, and also guys who don't commit penalties, which is a nice way to see a roster being built. There, in the past, hasn't been a whole lot of plans. Well, this looks like a definite plan from Joe Douglas. Like I said, Van Roten is someone who can go in and start on day one, and you don't have to worry about. Yes, I don't necessarily love signing guys over 30 years old, but offensive linemen usually have a little bit longer of a shelf life than someone who is a skill position player like a wide receiver or a running back, who are pretty much toast by the time they hit 30. On this 3-year deal, it should be pretty solid. So Joe Douglas signed 5 free agents. He is really rebuilding that offensive line, and that's what you really want to see from a new general manager who said that they need help up front. He is going out and addressing it. Sure, there was no necessarily big name guy. Outside of maybe McGovern, I could say that he's a semi-big name guy, but he is rebuilding with depth, and this is so far what the New York Jets offensive line would look like if the season started tomorrow. Fant on the left side, Lewis at left guard, McGovern at center, Van Roten at right guard, and Chuma Edoga on the right side. Now that's okay, not great. But when you add in one of Jedrick Wills, Tristan Wirfs, Andrew Thomas, or Mekhi Becton, put them on the left side, boot Chuma Edoga out, and put Fant on the right side, now you're looking a little bit better. Also, this signing allows for Brian Winters to be cut, which saves you money against the cap. It doesn't cost you anything, and at this point, he is just not worth the money that he is being paid. And Van Roten is better, Lewis is better. It doesn't make any sense to have Brian Winters on the roster. The New York Jets have done a decent job in free agency addressing the offensive line. I still think that you need to take an offensive lineman in the first round and potentially an inside offensive lineman in the middle round somewhere. Where that is, I don't necessarily have to think it's the second round. Maybe it's the 4th round or one of the picks in the 3rd. But ultimately here, Joe Douglas, you got to tip your cap to him. He has done an adequate job of trying to address a position of need. And it's nice to see that he's not overpaying for someone and blowing guys out of the water. So definitely intriguing for me. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Van Roten signing. Let me know what you think so far of Joe Douglas and free agency. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. I'll talk to you next time.